Hello. Hello. All right. Ken, are you here? Nope, this is not working. All right. Ken, are you here? All right, we're just going to try this. I am trying something new. I am coming through um, Zoom directly, so I don't know if this is working or not. I am playing here. I don't like using StreamYard, which is what I've been using. So I am trying something else, right? And who knows how it works. So here we go. Let me see if I can see it myself on my phone. Can I still hear me? So perfect. Okay. So it's a little awkward because the computer is repeating it back to me, but delayed. But I think I have it figured out now. Thank you for your patience. So this is a 4-day series. I've got ideas of what to talk to you about, of things to share with you, of ways to be of service. And so I am just being in the moment and doing the things. Hopefully it serves somebody. But I am Rebecca Faust. I am an alignment coach. I help corporate women primarily um, stop the struggle that they find themselves in. So, the struggle between work success or family success, the struggle between doing for others or doing for themselves. Those are the two biggest struggles that I help people with. And those struggles are actually what hold them back from getting all the success that they want out of their business, out of their career, out of their personal life. Typically, people I work with have been very successful in one part of their life, but not all parts of their life. So I was super successful in my career. I loved it. I was a doer, I was high achieving and go, go, go. Other people that I've worked with are the same, or they might have a amazing family life and their career is not where they would like it to be. And so that's what we work on, bring everything into alignment so that we feel fulfilled 99% of the time, right? I'm a coach. We hate the alls or nothings because we're all human and nothing is ever perfect. Today is about self-discovery in our journey to alignment. And I have been wanting to talk about this for a while, but wasn't sure. I don't know. I didn't want to do it on its own. So it fits perfectly into this series that I'm doing. And I want to talk to you about red threads. And it's a practice, something I've done with myself, with friends, with clients for forever, right? Since I basically existed and have always had this curiosity into who people are, what they want to do with their lives, how myself, right? Am I doing the right thing? But I never had a phrase to call it. It just was part of who I am and what I do. And then one of my favorite books, Love and Work by Marcus Buckingham. I guess I don't have my mirroring on, but sorry about that. He mentions this and he calls it pulling on the red threads. And I just loved it. So thank you, Marcus, for naming it. So, what is a red thread? In the book, he talks about them as far as career and work and business. And they are the things that light us up, the things that we can do and nobody has to ask us to do. We can lose track of time. We just want to do it. And what we want to do, right? So this comes up in coaching a lot. So I love that he talked about it. When it comes up in coaching, it's often I'm asking people like, what are you interested in, right? Outside of work, which is where we're diving into today. And a lot of people say travel or food or exercising, but I don't want to be, a travel blogger, or I don't want to be a food blogger. And I'm always take a deep breath. It's not about that. What we're looking for is what lights us up and what like commonalities are there. So if you're doing it for work, if you're looking at your red threads at work, you want to look at what are you doing when you lose track of time? What task are you doing? Maybe what software you're using or what program you're using. I would look at what time of day is it? And something most people overlook is who are you doing it with? Are you doing it by yourself? Are you doing it with people? Which people are you doing it with? Are you doing it with your own team? Are you doing it with business partners? What is it that you like about doing it with those people? What qualities do they have, or what's happening between all of you that makes you or enables you to really like it? And people have a million different answers. We think everybody's just like us, and they're not. And so that's where we look at it at work and we try and get, it's like the 8 levels of, typically it's the 8 levels of why. Why is that important to you? Why is that important to you? Why does that matter? Right. And you keep asking and asking and asking, or why is that bothering you? Why is it bothering you? Why is it bothering you? Until you get to the deep, the core of whatever it is. And here we want to ask, what else is happening? What else is happening? What else is happening? To get to the most specific thing that you can about these times where you are lit up, losing track of time, having a great time in flow, maybe, or really feeling like your life's purpose. And I and Marcus Buckingham would invite you to do it for any time it happens throughout the week or the month. Keep track of times where you are losing yourself, or you're feeling that real joy, that feels real sense of purpose at work or in your business. And then do this like 8 levels of what's going on for each of those, because what we're looking for is patterns. It isn't going to be just one thing, one activity, one task, one area that lights you up. It might end up being that, but what we're looking for are the common, and this is why he calls them, and I love it, the common red threads across each of these activities that you're doing. What is the commonality? What do those things have in common? It might be the people you're working with. It might be as easy as the time of day, right? You're going to look, you'll dig deeper to find out what else it is. It's not just going to be the time of day, but that's what you might notice certain things at first. Where I take it a step further than Marcus, and what I want to encourage you to do as part of today's live on self-discovery, which is, us really looking at who are you outside of your job, your responsibilities. And so I would take this red thread theory or exercise, and I would look at it in your life. So outside of work, where do you lose track of time? Where do you feel in flow? Where do you feel that sense of purpose or joy? It might be with your kids, with your pets. It might be, right, for me, it can be running, but I'm not going to be a running coach. And so if you think of something like that, oh, well, I had it in the shower this morning. Okay, well, it's probably not about the shower. You're probably not supposed to be a professional showerer. If that even exists, it might. It's actually like, okay, so what are you thinking about while you're in the shower? What are you thinking about while you're running? What are you thinking about while you're walking the dogs or whatever it is, if it seems like a random activity? Otherwise, it's, oh, I'm doing yoga and I'm losing track of time. I mean, we all know, right? Love yoga, love it. Don't lose track of time. Rarely lose track of time. I know how much time is left. Like it, feel great after, know it's important for me. Never lose track of time. Pilates, I can lose track of time because for me, Pilates is more about alignment. I am finding with yoga that that happens too, but for me, it's align. I feel like I'm getting my body into alignment and making it stronger when I'm doing Pilates, when I'm doing running, when I'm walking, that kind of thing. Yoga just doesn't do it for me. So that's what I mean. And it's what, again, like what is happening? Those eight, what is happening? Who are you doing it with? By yourself, with other people, friends, strangers? Like a lot of people love travel because they love exploring new things. They love trying new foods. They love getting to know cultures in different places. They love the experience of being somewhere different. They love the idea of having to figure something out because it's not home. And these are all important things to know because when you look at, like, a lot of people come to me because their career, they don't feel like it's working. Doesn't matter what it looks like on the outside. They don't feel like it's working or their life isn't working as well as it could be. And these are the red threads that we want to pull on to bring more of into our lives. So if you love to travel and you're feeling a little like your life is off kilter or out of alignment, you don't have to get on a plane and go somewhere or get in your car and drive 5 hours or whatever it is. You can, but how can you bring that experience of travel into where you are? Can you try a new restaurant? Can you go to, like, we live in the suburbs, so can we go into the city and just wander around? Can you go to a new museum? Can you go to an art gallery, a new concert? What can you do that brings that experience that lights you up, that makes you like, this is good stuff, but into your everyday life? It doesn't have to be the same thing. And this is what, right? Again, I'm all about alignment because I have found for myself, I've found for my clients that when we are acting in alignment of our best and truest and most aligned, grounded self, we have this sense of ease, this sense of knowing, this sense of purpose, of feeling fulfilled, and this underlying sense of joy. I'm not going to say that every day is, woohoo and a party, but there's this underlying sense of joy because we know that we're moving towards where we want to be. And we are every day, we're embodying and being the person we want to be. And these red threads help us get elevation, which is part of what helps with alignment because it's a big picture concept. We apply it in the everyday by taking actions, by having habits, by creating boundaries, by our interactions and our conversations that we have with people. But we can get lost in the nitty-gritty of that happening, how it's going, how we wish it was going. I wish I was further ahead. I wish I was somewhere else. Unless we have that elevated perspective of alignment that, yeah, okay, this isn't the day I wish I could have, but I know that I am being and showing up as my best self. I know I'm contributing the way I'm meant to contribute, and I still feel that sense of purpose because I know where I'm going. So again, today, this is a multi-day series on alignment. And today's invitation is to look for, and I would keep doing this all week. If you can do it for a week, that's amazing. And especially my corporate women and corporate folks, because your days, it might be right a week or two before you get to do something that you really love. If I remember from my corporate days, you can have a week where it's like, I don't know if I did anything that I actually loved this week. And so I would actually like keep it going further. You might even set a goal of can I have a list of 8 times where I felt like I lost myself, where I felt that great sense of purpose, where I felt that great sense of joy and flow and losing track of time in work and out of work, perhaps. And again, you just want to take note of them and write down as many specifics as you can. So, what time of day? Who are you doing it with? What exactly are you doing? What project are you working on, or assignment, or task? Um, what, uh, who are you doing it with? What are you thinking about? What is the purpose of the project? Because that might be a big driver for you. For you, it might not matter what the actual task is, as long as you know that you are contributing or helping with the financials or saving kids or teaching or whatever it is. Um, and you might not even see that, right? You might see where you're helping people and the underlying red string is actually like teaching for you. And we're not going to do anything with this, right? This is all just research. It's all just understanding who we are, what lights us up, for our own awareness. And eventually, if we want, so we can bring more of that into our lives and, eventually make decisions around boundaries, around what activities we choose to do, around who we choose to hang out with or interact with or work with, so that we're aligned with how we want to feel, how we want to show up, how we contribute to the world. Remember, it can sound a little selfish because it's all focused on you, especially for my people who are givers, who are people pleasers, who tend to just really focus on people out there. This may seem very selfish. It is not. We all have a superpower. We all were put here for a reason. And the quicker you can find out yours and how you can live your best life and show up as your best self, a couple of things will happen. One, you will feel better, which will trickle down to all the people around you. We all know it. When we have a bad day, it multiplies. Other people absorb it, they take it on. Even if they try not to, they can. And you will inadvertently give other people permission to do the same thing, to do the investigation. Oh, she's doing what she really likes, or he's doing what he really likes. He's making sure that they collaborate with the people that they really collaborate with. What would life be like if I could do that? What do I really like? And I'll never forget, and I think I've told this story, um, but I will never forget. I mean, I wasn't sure I was supposed to be in finance forever. I was great with numbers. I had a photographic mind for numbers, for that kind of thing. So I could remember things, I could connect the pieces, but I was not sure that, finance was really for me. And I'll never forget, I had a couple of conversations with people who were at my level, and it was interesting because I had to get to this level, I think, to have these types of conversations, because my peers at lower levels were all just concerned with getting to the next level, right? That's what we were all going for. That's what we all wanted. And so a lot of the conversations and our mindset was all focused on that. Once we'd arrived, not that we weren't, striving for more, but once we'd gotten to that place and I was interacting with people, right? Because it takes a certain type of person to become an executive as well. So now I was interacting with other people and I was like, this guy, he just went on for 45 minutes about financial data and the tables, and he loves it. He wasn't complaining. He was talking with joy and excitement and passion. And I was like, whoa, he's totally in the right job. And then I had another conversation, shorter conversation with someone about the financial budget and how the pieces were going to work together. And like, I care. It's my job to care, right? I want to do well. I want to support my business. I want to support the business unit. I want to support my organization, right? I'm all in. And this person, she was Like she could have talked about reporting and analysis and how it fits together and the processes all day. And I was like, wow, she was made for that job. And that's when I started to see, like, I'm doing fine, but like, I don't feel like that, right? I was trying to create trainings for my people. I wanted to start a book club for my people. I prioritized my one-on-ones. I had them every week with people. I had my team meeting every week or every other week, whatever the standard was. I prioritized those. I loved helping people figure out the problem that they were working on. That was where I was getting lit up. It wasn't in the spreadsheet, it wasn't in the numbers, wasn't in the data for sure. And so that's what we're looking for. That's what I would encourage you to look for you. And again, it isn't about making like a big life change. You're not going to become a travel blogger. You're not going to become a food, you know, famous influencer, blogger, whatever they are. You might, but it doesn't have to be about that. It can simply be about, oh, I like teaching. How can I bring that into my life more? Can I teach my friends to cook? Can I have my grown kids over and help them learn to cook? Can I, have a office party where I teach them how to cook? Like, how do you bring it? It doesn't have to be a big life change, but once we know what lights us up, what we really like to do, we can start bringing pieces of it in and making the most of it. And we can do that at work, not just in our personal lives, but at work as well, because you can start going to your boss and say, oh, I really like training. Is it okay if I teach them about this Excel thing or Python or whatever it is? Or I really like, learning about or automating the systems. Can I take that on for our team or whatever it is for you, right? There will be different ways, but until we know what it is, we can't think about how we'll go about getting it. And that's where I want to stop you because my people are looking 10 steps down. We can see how it's all going to go. And that is a gift. But here it's going to get in your way. And I want to encourage you to slow down and focus on what it is first. Who are you? More than your current job description, more than your current responsibilities. Who are you? What lights you up? All right. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, I would love to hear them. Let me know. If you want more support on this, message me or email me. I am doing a webinar tomorrow. I'm playing with webinars versus lives. I'm not sure which I'm going to like better, which I'm going to think are more useful. But my webinar tomorrow is about the comfort zone. And again, alignment and finding your true self. It's at 8:30 Pacific time. So that's 11:30 Eastern time. And I think it's at 4:30 UK time. I would love to see you there. And then I will be doing day 2 of this, unlocking your inner self and finding alignment tomorrow about the same time, 12 o'clock, 12:30 Pacific time. All right. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.